कृष्णं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरकृष्णे नमः नमो ब्रह्मण्यदेवाय गोब्राह्मण्यहिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So I welcome all the devotees today on behalf of His Divine Grace, Abhijanarinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, our founder, Acharya for International Society for Krishna Consciousness, our inspiration, our savior, and our ever well wisher. So Prabhupada will always sign his letters, not your sincerely, not regards, not your faithfully, but your ever well wisher. So in this society of Krishna consciousness, we all have come to become dear to, definitely, right? Not society, not country, but because Jasmin Tushte, Jagat Tushte. If Krishna is pleased, everybody will be definitely pleased. So, what does praising Krishna mean or becoming dear to Krishna mean? It is basically Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kurunandana. So it is one pointed devotion to one and only Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. The way Mataji says, Mera pati sirf mera hai. Right? Never heard from Prabhu others. So it is like that. Everybody, they don't want to share, right? So similarly, Krishna also says, my devotee is my child, right? So if you see in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is talking about a lot of philosophy, Jnana Yoga, right? Then he speaks about Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga. But finally, what he concludes, the easiest is Bhakti Yoga. And if you see Krishna, to become Krishna, dear to Krishna, we have to also develop some qualities, right? And what are those qualities? Krishna actually speaks in the Bhakti Yoga chapter. It starts from Shloka 13 to 14 and it continues. But we'll just discuss some qualities because we have to take baby steps. Within one day or within 1 year, it is not possible that will become Sarva Guna Sampann. Right? It's been so long we are trying to chant sincerely, right? So let's repeat, you all can repeat. So this is a reading from 12th chapter, Shloka 13 and 14. Please repeat. Adveshta sarva bhutana Maitra karuna evacha Nirmamo nirahankaraha Samadukha sukashami Santushta satatam yogi Yatatma drida nishtaya May arpita mano buddhi Yomad bhakta same priyaha. So I'll read word to word. Adveshta, non-envious. Sarva bhutana, towards all living entities. Maitraha, friendly. Karuna, kindly. Eva, certainly. Cha, also. Nirmama, with no sense of proprietorship. Nirahankaraha, without false ego. Sama, equal. Dukkha, in distress. Sukha, and happiness. Shami, forgiving. Santushta, satisfied. Satatam, always. Yogi, one engaged in devotion. Yatatma, self-controlled. Drida nishtaya, with determination. Mai, upon me, arpita, is yaha, one who, mad bhakta, my devotee. Saha, he, me, to me, priya, dear. See, this word which we are trying to, is very dear to me. So, one translation and purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, the translation goes like this. One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So these are few qualities which we'll try to discuss. So actually Narad Muni says, when you become a devotee, we are all trying to become a devotee, right? We have still not become Vaishnava. But Narad Muni says, one who becomes a devotee, yasyasi bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarve gunes tatra samasate suraha arav bhaktasya kuto mahatguna manorati nasati dhavato bhayi. So one who becomes a devotee, sarve gunes tatra samasate suraha. Sura means demigods. So demigods are godly, right? So one who becomes a Vaishnava, automatically all these qualities of demigods, they manifest in a devotee, in a Vaishnava. But another, on the other side, no matter how good a person is, but who is not a devotee of Krishna, externally he might be possessing a lot of qualities, but it is said he is just acting on his mental plane. And only a Vaishnava, a devotee of Krishna, is having the godly qualities. So this is Narad Muni's verdict. So when we see a Vaishnava, okay, externally currently, since we are still in conditioned state, you might find some fault. But you should be rest assured, based on Narad Muni's verdict, that slowly those good qualities will manifest. Because who are we worshipping? Because we are worshipping the source of all good qualities, Supreme Lord. Okay? So basically Krishna is unlimited qualities, all divine qualities. But primarily Acharya says, yes, 64. Out of which, up to 50 qualities in minute quantities a human being can acquire. So if you acquire 50 qualities in minute quantities, in next life, if there is a vacant post for Brahma, you can become Brahma. Up to 50 qualities if you acquire in minute quantity. That is the maximum a living entity, a jiva can acquire. Above that, 55 qualities, Lord Shiva. And then all the Vishnu Tattva are maximum 60. And only Krishna acquires as 4 divine qualities which is found in Golok Vrindavan. That is, what are the 4? Rupa Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri. So these 4 qualities only Krishna in Vrindavan possesses. Okay? So how many people want to become Brahma? So you can start studying now. Syllabus 50 qualities. Yeah. So now when we read this shloka, so what are those qualities? So we'll try to, so if you see Advaita Sarva Bhutanam, so first we have to become free from envy. Most important, the biggest anartha. Matsara, Dharma Projita Kaitava, Atra Paramo Nirmatsarana. No Matsara. Second is freedom from false ego, Ahankar. Third, we have to have equal vision, Samadarshi. Fifth quality is forgiveness. You should have the quality of forgiving. Fifth, Santushta Satatam Yogi, always satisfied. In today's world, if somebody is satisfied, they feel it is a negative quality. They feel he will not progress. Right? So this is how material and spiritual world is. Totally opposite. Fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is self-control. And finally, doing bhakti with determination. Drada Nishchaya. So first we will try to see how to get free from envy. So this is a quality. Getting free from envy or having no envy is the quality. Right? So how to overcome envy? With Gaur Gopal Prabhu says envy. Envy means envy. So no vacancy. So if you want to go to the spiritual world and if you have envy, which means there is no vacancy for you. So if you want to go to the spiritual world, you have to become free from envy. So envy is an acronym. So we can see how we can get free from envy. So E is engage in hearing. N is nurture humility. V is value relationships. And Y is yearn for service. So this is, you can overcome envy with envy. So like first here, engage in hearing. So if you see our entire process, our entire movement is, even when Arjuna was asking question, Krishna said, Tash Shrunu. Right? He said, listen to me, Arjuna. So this is how it starts. And every day what we say? Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Nashya Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So what is Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya means? Listening to Bhagavatam every single day. Right? So the first is engage in hearing. But what we do, instead of hearing, we want to talk. But if you see like many acharyas say, Lord has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen more, talk less. So this envy starts, the root cause is we first envy the actual person who is our well-wisher, the Supreme Lord. Icha and Dvesh. Dvesh is again that same, envy. So imagine, the root cause of our envy is we envied whom? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, and came here. Now only way we can rectify that is by again and again hearing who is Krishna, who are we, and what is our relationship. And that only Shastras, only by reading the Shastra, that purification can happen. And the Shastra has to be heard from a devotee who is non-envious. Acharya says, only a devotee whose heart is free from envy, when he talks about Krishna, that time we can actually get purified ourselves. So today I am really sorry, the purification will not happen. But then I will just try to transmit that knowledge. Okay? And it is said, anything you speak apart from Krishna or anything you hear from apart from Krishna, that is again, Acharya said it's nonsense. So they said never talk nonsense. So if you are discussing who will win, how many seats will come, who will take the IPL trophy, all these things, no doubt, certain things are important, but just we have to talk to the required amount, not that we just spend hours and enjoy talking that. So when you are doing that, actually you are talking nonsense. So what is nonsense? When anything that you speak which is not required and has no connection with Krishna, that is nonsense. So first thing is we have to hear, and only we should hear Krishna Katha, right? So the more you hear, more you get information, and by that information there is transformation, right? So as much as possible, even today by the mercy of this social media, there is YouTube, there is ISKCON Desire audio. I mean, you can hear so much different Maharajas. Because even you might be having your favorite some Prabhus or Maharaj, you can just listen to them. Because all these sannyasis or disciples of Prabhupada or even Prabhupada, they are free from envy. They are very pure souls. And at least we should try to complete all the lectures that Prabhupada has compiled, which are saved in ISKCON Desire Tree. And Prabhupada's lectures are so wonderful, it is hardly 25 to 30 minutes. That is another good thing. Within 30 minutes, you can listen one lecture every day. So that is the best. If you listen to Prabhupada's lecture and then any other Maharaj, Prabhu, you listen and definitely you will slowly get purified. This envy will get cleared slowly. Second is nurture humility. Now what is the meaning of humility? Okay, humility does not mean to think less of oneself. So many people think humility means to become very humble. Humility means to think greatness of others. The more we think great of others. That is because in material world everybody wants to show that he is great, right? We want to put others on. People who are conditioned, what they do, if they cannot rise to somebody's level, they try to push that person to their level. Sometimes it happens, it is very evident that some devotee is greater than us in some way or the other. Everybody is having some qualities which shows that he is greater than us. But then because of this envy, we are not ready to accept. We just try to find fault. So best example is Haridas Thakur. Yesterday or day before, we had a Shravan Utsav where Haridas Thakur's beautiful Achyut Gopal Prabhu gave us such wonderful of his entire life story. So Haridas Thakur was such a pure Vaishnava, he used to chant 3 lakh names of Krishna every day, 192 rounds. Only 2 hours was for his other services, remaining 22 hours. He used to chant pure names of Krishna. But then again, such wonderful Vaishnava, somebody or the other has to be there to envy. And there was one person by name Ramchandra Khan, who was very envious of Haridas Thakur. So what he did, he wanted to somehow defame Haridas Thakur. And what he did, he chose one lady, a Vaishya. And what he said, her name was Hirabai. He said, I will give you anything you want. And she was very beautiful. What you do? Your job is to make sure you go where Haridas Thakur is and somehow allure him. And I will catch you all red-handed, and then you will tell the entire society, the entire world, that this Haridas Thakur is a fake Vaishnava. He is just externally showing to be a Vaishnava, but he is breaking one of the regulative principles. He is attracted to the opposite sex. So this is the plan. So Hirabai, for her, it does not matter as long as she gets some money, and she said, yeah, for me it is no big thing. So she went where Haridas Thakur was. Haridas Thakur was in his kutir out of the village in a very solitary place doing his sadhana. So when she came, Haridas Thakur knew everything, pure devotee, right? So what he said, my dear, and see here, this is called humility. Haridas Thakur is such an exalted Vaishnava, and this lady who is come is, what is the profession? To be say, prostitute she is a. But still he offered her full respect. He said, my dear lady, you please have a seat. Whatever is your intention, I'll fulfill it. But I have a vow to keep. I have to chant 192 rounds every single day. So once I finish my vow, then whatever you want, I will fulfill your desire. So she was saying, okay, no problem. So she said, and Haridas Thakur continued chanting. And it is not that he's chanting and he's feeling, wow, such a wonderful lady is there. Let me finish fast and let me enjoy. No. He was not even affected by her presence. He was totally absorbed in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. This is the quality of a devotee who is free from envy, who is free, who is having total humility, who is pure. Such qualities can be exhibited only by pure devotees. And it went on and on and on, and finally he said, and it became morning. It was sunrise. So he said, my dear lady, I'm really sorry. I couldn't keep my promise. Do one thing. You come tonight and whatever is your desire. So she went. And this happened for many days. And finally it so happened that just by association of Haridas Thakur, that lady got totally transformed. And she revealed, my dear, like she told to her, like accepting him as a spiritual master, that I had actually come here with malicious intention. I had come to put you, or make you fall down. And Haridas Thakur said, my dear lady, I knew this from day one. If I wanted, I could have just gone away from here. But then what? But I wanted to actually deliver you. So this is Vaishnava. If somebody does something good for us, we are obliged to pay back, right? But if somebody is having wrong intention, will we try to be good to that person? No. But Haridas Thakur, even though he knew what was the intention of Hirabai, he stayed there and just to deliver her, he gave his association, and by that association, pure association, she became a devotee. And finally, her name was Lakshya. So she also started chanting 192 rounds like Haridas Thakur. Shri Haridas Thakur ki Jai. So this is humility. So humility does not, don't feel that humility means people will come and I'll be a punching bag, anybody will come and take advantage of me. No. Even if you see what is Trinadapi Sunichena, that verse, that is the base or the foundation of a spiritual life. Then there are a lot of examples. Okay, even Prahlad Maharaj, he was so humble. Even though he is dead, his father Hiranyakashipu was trying to kill him. Right? Every time, every attempt was just to kill Prahlad Maharaj. But when Lord Nrsimhadev asked him, what benediction you want? First of all, he didn't want anything. But finally, if you really want to give me benediction, please deliver my father. Who can pray in such a way? Only a humble person. Right? Nowadays, there are instances where the parents sometimes throw their children out of house for whatever reason. And then children also say, I don't want to see the face of my parents. Such is the culture now. But a godly person who have such divine qualities, they will never do such things. So we finished engage in hearing, E, and nurture humility. Now V is value relationship. So to be free from envy, the third thing is we have to value relationship. Right? In today's world, relationship, there is no actually, it's more of impersonal. Right? It's all becoming impersonal. You just send some message, that's it. And you feel you have done your job. It is like my opinion. If my opinion is not given importance, then I don't value. My way or highway, right? So if you want to value relationship, or you actually feel that the relationship is more important than our opinions or our ego, then there is one word that is very, very helpful. Which is that word? So this word sorry, This word sorry can help save many relationships. When you say sorry when you are wrong, that means you are honest. When you do not know whether you are wrong or right, but still you say sorry, you are wise. And when you say sorry when you are right, you are a husband. Just on a lighter note. So, Mataji is also happy. So we should value relationship. Okay? Because what it actually means is that the person is more important than winning the argument or winning our many a times we always feel that I am right, so it should always be whatever I say should be agreed. So nowadays, because of this everything is so fast, love at first sight, breakup at first fight, all these things are happening because we do not value relationship. Everything is external. We are attracted by externals. There is actually no value system, and because these small things makes us feel, and suddenly we feel this person is not important in my life. And Prabhuji was saying, like 25-30 years back, even in India or even in India, there was people did not know the word divorce actually, right? And now it's so common, even in villages, because of the social media and so much of equality, women right, all those things are fitted in us so much, then suddenly we feel that I am also independent, right? My opinion also should be heard. We are equal. And in all these things, what happens? We become so egoistic, and we feel if my rights are not, or if my opinions are not considered, that means it is worth not living. Let me be independent. And all these things are actually creating a havoc in our society. So the third thing is we have to value relationship. And for us, every single Vaishnava, our relationship should be very, very good. Because Krishna actually becomes very happy when you have loving relationship among Vaishnavas. Okay? Vaishnavas are not ordinary people. Relationship between ordinary people is also very important. But more than that, relationship among Vaishnavas should be very, very cordial, very, very loving. Okay? You should not have any ego or any envy towards Vaishnava. Okay? If you have any problems, you can just talk it out and you can say, I don't like this or what you said. Be open, talk, but do not keep anything in your heart and have some kind of grudge against a Vaishnava. Our relationship should be very, very pure and loving. And Krishna gets very, very attracted. So we finished B. And finally, Y is yearn for service. So service, when we do service, slowly this envy is removed from our heart, because seva makes our heart very, very soft. So there are two kind of, one is selfish enjoyment or selfless service. So in material life, everybody wants to enjoy, and in spiritual life means service. And what kind of service? Selfless service. Okay? By nature, because we are in this conditioned state, we actually want to enjoy, and that too selfish enjoyment, I and mine. But slowly we should come to the point of selfless service. So when you put I in the center, then it becomes a very, very difficult thing to serve selflessly. So there is a story about a balloon seller, just to understand this better. So once, everybody must be knowing this story because these are all nowadays in internet, you must have heard. There was a boy who came to a balloon seller in a fair, and there were different color balloons, white, red, green. And the boy, small boy, he went and asked him, my dear balloon seller, does this red balloon go up in the air? He said yes. What about this green? He said yes. What about this blue color? So this balloon seller understood. So he said, my dear boy, it is not the color which makes the balloon go up in the air. It is what? It is the helium gas which is in the balloon that actually makes the balloon go up in the air. So similarly, there are a lot of sevas, cooking seva. So Mataji might be saying, whoever is expert in cooking, we are the best, I am having the best service. Because in spiritual world, who is the best cook? Srimati Radharani, right? Even our kitchen is named after Srimati Radharani kitchen. And it is said that Srimati Radharani's cooking is so good that, and the best part is she has not repeated a single menu till today. You understood what I said? In spiritual world, Krishna has been eating, Srimati Radharani has been cooking, and not a single menu, I am not even saying dish, a single menu has not been repeated. So that is the inconceivable. So everybody must think, oh, I am doing the most important seva here. Right? Then there is, one is cooking seva. Then there is Pujari seva. So it is said, if you want to go to the spiritual world and if you are a very good Pujari, you can go directly to the spiritual world in this very lifetime. In spiritual world, I think there are Pujaris are less. So if you become expert, so our Amrish Prabhu is very, the way he does puja, very nice, right? So Prabhuji will go in the spiritual world this lifetime. Otherwise, he said you have to again take birth in Bhauma Vrindavan, learn, okay, all these activities, and then you get chance to go back to the spiritual world. So one who is Pujari in temples, they might think, our service is the best, right? Then management service, Sarva Karana Karanam. The managers, right? If they do not sanction something, nothing will go, right? So the management people might think, who are in management, our service is the best. If we do not sanction something, everything will come to a halt, right? But actually, like that helium gas is what takes the balloon in the air. Similarly, whatever service we are doing, no matter how expert we are, but if it is not done for the pleasure of Krishna, and if it is done just for your satisfaction or thinking that somebody will appreciate you, then again, it is just, we are doing it for your own, what you call, appreciation, or just to puff off your pride, right? You will feel so proud. See, everybody appreciates when I cook, the prasadam is good, or when I do kirtan, everybody dances. Or when I manage, see, everything falls in place, nothing is wasted. So everybody, if you have such attitude, then again, it is of no use. Every seva that we do, it has to be done only and only for the pleasure of Krishna. If you see even Prabhupada, when he was praised, every time, Prabhupada, you did this, you did that, he used to always say, no, you should just make them everybody quiet, and he used to say, this is mercy of my Guru Maharaj. All your disciples, they were sent to me by my Guru Maharaj to help me. And he even said this, that you are all my spiritual masters. This is the humility of Prabhupada, right? Even though he did everything, he never took credit for anything. Again, we discussed that. So this was the mood of Prabhupada. So when you serve in that mood, for the pleasure of Krishna alone, without even if somebody doesn't appreciate you and still you are happy just serving selflessly, then that kind of service will actually help us get free from envy. So how to get over with envy? First is engage in hearing. Second, nurture humility. Third, value relationships. Fourth, yearn for service. So how many people will take up service from now onwards? We have so many services, cleaning the temple, right? Cooking, after cooking, cleaning the kitchen bed. And there's such a wonderful temple now, there's so many services. So today actually Mataji will be taking names after the class, and we'll make a roster system, and Prabhuji's also name will take. So I request everybody to please come forward. Don't make us run after you. Prabhuji, आओ ना. नहीं प्रभु, ये टाइम मेरा बैडमिंटन खेलने का है, ये टाइम नो. You should make time. It's just Friday and Saturday, 2 days somehow, and it is a roster system. Once in a month you will be called. once in a month, not every Friday. So you should say, okay, I'll come on. I mean, according to the roster. Sometimes it happens that you are busy. That is fine. But at least once in a week, you should be part of the roster system, where you will come and happily serve. Not that अभी अगले फ्राइडे सैटरडे नहीं जाऊंगा, ऑलरेडी मुझे पकड़ा है इसने, so 2 दिन गायब हो जाऊंगा, then they'll forget about me, right? So freedom, free from envy. Then second is ahankar, adveshta, nirahankar. You have to be free from ego. And again, ego, to get free from ego, we are ego. So now we are engaged in, E is for engage in menial services. One is services and one is menial services. Menial services means very, very lower services it can be. So the second G, ego, G is give credit to others, and O is offer prayers. So if you see engage in devotional service, menial service, we have the example of Maharaj Pratap. So Maharaj Pratap, he was a king of Orissa, right? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not giving him audience. He was not giving darshan. He said, I am a sannyasi, and sannyasi should never mix with royal peoples. Then it all goes for a toss. This was just to teach us a lesson externally. Because Maharaj Pratap was such a wonderful devotee, one of his minister, Ramanand Rai, okay, when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he just sent a voluntary retirement application to Maharaj Pratap. He said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given me his mercy, now I want to give up all these services as a minister for you, and I want to just join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. Now imagine, he is the king and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not ready to meet him. And one of his servant is getting the mercy. A normal person, what he would do? He said, I didn't get the mercy and you are getting the mercy, and just forget yours. Right? He would. But Maharaj Pratap was so happy. He said, all glories to you. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given his mercy. So you can join his movement, and whatever salary you are getting, that will continue till your lifetime. So this is the kind of Vaishnava Maharaj Pratap was. So he was a saintly king. So finally, when he got darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he became a sweeper in front of the Jagannath Rath Yatra cart, which is the most menial service that a king can do, right? So many a time we look at our status and try to do our services, right? We feel a little taken aback, right? We think about our position before we do some services. I'm not saying our devotees, but the tendency is there, right? That's the reason if you see our Gurukul system, in Gurukul, even the king's son goes to Gurukul, a brahmachari's, a brahmana's son, a vaishya's son. But once they go to the Gurukul, then there is no distinction who you are. You have to do all the services, and they are even taught, even to clean toilets. Everything they are taught. So that is our Gurukul system. That's how when they come out from Gurukul, they become ideal citizens. Because they are taught everything, self-control, menial services, and that's how they get their character. So, if you want to get free from ego, we have to engage ourselves in menial services. So, example was Maharaj Pratap, who became a sweeper, right? In front of the Jagannath cart. Now, since we know this, everybody, when there is a Yatra, they just fight for the broom. Everybody says, give me the broom, let me sweep. But this is not just when the Rath Yatra is going on, right? If you really want to attract Lord, then come here, please. Every Friday, Saturday, there is lot of cleaning services. And Radha Gopinath is right here watching you. And when you come here selflessly, without waiting for a call, and when you do the cleaning here, that is the time Radha Gopinath will actually give you darshan, give the mercy. That Jagannath Rath Yatra, everybody knows. 2 minute करना है, फिर झाड़ू कोई और छीन के लेने वाला है, right? That is also has to be done. But when you actually do the actual services, day in, day out, Krishna consciousness is not a part-time job. It is not Friday, Saturday, and then we are just. It is the main. It is our supreme occupation. Krishna consciousness is our supreme occupation. We are very, very blessed to understand this. And finally, third, ego. O is offer prayers. And our entire Prabhupada's mission, if you see morning program, it is nothing but offering prayers. First we offer prayers to spiritual master, then Tulsi Maharani, Narsinga Dev, right? Then Guru Puja. If you see all this, what it is? It is offering prayers. And offering prayers helps us. Even Prabhupada used to always pray. Like we know that story, right? Once in Australia, Prabhupada was intensely praying. And Prabhupada's disciple asked him, my dear Prabhupada, what were you praying so intensely? And he said, I was praying that I might, that may I not be influenced by Maya Devi. What was Prabhupada's statement? That I pray to Krishna that may I not be not influenced by Maya Devi. And once Prabhupada made a statement that Maya Devi cannot touch me. This Prabhupada said. And then the disciple was there actually, coincidentally. And he said, but Prabhupada, once you said openly that Maya Devi cannot touch you. And Prabhupada said, because I pray every day like this, that's the reason I said Maya Devi cannot touch me. And if you want everybody, even if you want to be away from Maya Devi, it is said Haridas Thakur, once Maya Devi came to test him. This Vaishya came to test. But once Maya Devi herself came to test Haridas Thakur, and finally she also became disciple of Haridas Thakur. So every day before you chant, if you say 3 times Haridas Thakur ki jai, or every time you keep glorifying Haridas Thakur, Maya Devi will also become impressed. He is glorifying my spiritual master. So let me not trouble this person. So understood, right? So how to get saved from Maya Devi? Follow the regulatory principle, everything fine. But glorify Haridas Thakur, because Haridas Thakur is spiritual master of Maya Devi. So if you give respect to Maya Devi's spiritual master, Haridas Thakur, definitely she will relax her influence on us. But you have to be sincere, not just say Haridas Thakur ki jai and go on doing some nonsense. Then she will kick us such that Hamara Jai ho jayega. We will become Jai Vijay. So offering prayers. And there is the story of Draupadi. So normally it is said, right, when we fall, when we are sick, first it is Garbhuti, then it is allopathy, then it is homeopathy, then it is naturopathy, and when nothing works, Tirupati. Then we come to Lord, right? So Draupadi bhi aisa, when she was supposed to be disrobed, she first looked at her husband, then she looked at Bhishma Dev, Dronacharya. When nothing was happening, she tried herself. May try karti. And finally, when nothing was happening, then she called out to Krishna. So Krishna was there actually in Dwarka sitting with Rukmini Devi. And Rukmini Devi said, my dear Lord, your devotee is calling out to you. What are you doing? Because Rukmini Devi is also, she is better half of Krishna, right? She knows what is happening like Krishna. So he said, no, actually I am thinking how to go to Hastinapur from Dwarka. So she said, what do you mean, how to go? You have the best carrier, Garuda Airlines. He said, you don't know Rukmini, this Garuda Airlines, no, he is, once when I had to go to save Gajendra, and I was telling him, go fast, every vehicle has its speed limit, right? This person in the end, I had to carry him on my back. So I cannot trust Garuda. Actually, Krishna was just jokingly talking with Rukmini Devi, because he was waiting for Draupadi to completely surrender. So he said, okay, you are trying from your side, your own, okay, try. And finally when she realized there is no other way other than Krishna, and when that tears started flowing and that helpless cry, so Krishna said that tears of my devotee is the fastest access through which I reach them. So when we go in front of the Lord and we actually helplessly pray, and those actual tears flow, Krishna becomes accessible to us. He comes to us through that fastest medium. So these prayers, Vandanam, this is very, very important. Even Prahlad Maharaj's Navida Bhakti, right? Vandanam also has a place. So we learned how to overcome envy, free from envy, then how to be free from false ego, and then equal vision. So we should have equal vision towards everyone. Okay, somebody must be in black body, somebody is white body, somebody is from north, somebody is from south. So many, right? Yes, somebody being conditioned. We have so many differentiation, caste, creed. But spiritual life means what does Krishna says? Sarva yonishu kantiya murtaya sambhavantiya tasam brahma mahad yonit aham bija pradapita. This Vasudeva Kutumbakam is only possible when we realize there is just one Father. No matter where we come from, what language we speak, what our accent is, what is our body color, rich, poor, this all things can be given up, and there can be equal vision among us when we understand there is only one Father, and that is Lord Sri Krishna. Krishna claims it. Every living entity, not only human species, every species that you see, I am the seed giving Father. So once Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj, is one of the Prabhupada's very, very leading disciple from Africa. So we know Africans, right? How their skin color is, right? They are black totally. So Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj, when he joined the movement, it was still new. So there was criticism from the other Western disciples from Europe, US, and he was very, very disturbed. And once he went to Prabhupada and started crying. That Prabhupada, I thought it's only in the material external world that there is discrimination, this white, black. But here in this spiritual society also, they are discriminating. They are saying, you are a black. And what did Prabhupada say? And Prabhupada just said, then how are you different from them? Prabhupada asked him just one question. How are you different from them? They think you are a black body and they are criticizing. And you are accepting that and you are crying. So how are you different? So basically Prabhupada was saying we have to get above this bodily conception. Right? If you are spiritually enlightened or if you are spiritually advanced, you wouldn't mind such criticism. You will understand that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul. So if these people are ignorant, so they are criticizing or trying to discriminate. But since I am not this body, I am a soul, I will not be affected. So similarly, we also, if we want to have an equal vision, we have to be above our bodily conception of life. Otherwise, even we will have such discrimination, and we will also feel low, we feel depressed, I am being not treated properly, or they are discriminating. Sometimes they say like the Goans and then bylaw, all these things happen, right? But this is in the outside world. Here there is nothing. We are all equal servants of Sri Krishna. That because we are all spirit souls. There is nothing. No other identity. So equal vision. Pandita Samadarshinaha. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmani Gavahastini Shuni Chaivasva Pakecha Pandita Samadarshina. So one who is Vidya and Vinay. So from knowledge comes humility, and from humility comes this understanding that everything, Brahmani Gavi Hastini, everything is actually a spirit soul. Okay, only the body, the dresses are different. Somebody is an elephant, somebody is a Brahmana, somebody is a Shudra. So this is equal vision. And finally, there are three more. We are running short of time. Yeah, 9.5. Forgiveness. So forgiveness is another principle which makes us very, very dear to Krishna. When you are ready to forgive. So even after this Bhagavad Gita, after seeing the Virat Roop, and when Arjuna realized that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, he asked for forgiveness. Arjuna, that my dear Lord, I thought you are an ordinary person. I should just wrestle with you. I should share the same bed with you. But today I understood that you are the Supreme Lord. So please forgive me. So that forgiving principle we should always have. And a devotee should always forgive and forget also. Right? And should not carry the baggage, because we have to travel to the Golok Vrindavan. So there is no, even if you are ready to pay for excess baggage, there is So no excess baggage, right? All these grudges, all these things, if you have, then they will say, please you board the next flight, which means take another life. So then we have example of Durvasa Muni, Amrish Maharaj. Then again Haridas Thakur. So what is that story of Amrish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni? Even though there was no fault of Amrish Maharaj, Durvasa Muni took a quarrel with Amrish Maharaj. And what Amrish Maharaj did, he just said that he was just forgive him. He just forgave him. Right? He did not like say, see my power. You were trying to mess with me. Nothing. He was so humble. He himself said, I'm really sorry, Durvasa Muni, because of me you had such a big trouble. He just forgive him. He did not say next time you better take care. Right? So we should also have that attitude. We have a lot of instances where some things might be done which is not in our favor. But we should not keep it as a grudge or anything. We should forgive within heart also, externally also and internally also. Many a time externally we say, it's okay. But inside we just wait. One day will come, I'll show you. And when something where you get a chance and immediately you say, you remember, see, Krishna did this to you because you did that to me. And we involve Krishna also in that. So we should always forgive internally also, externally also. Never keep any grudges. So Durvasa Muni, Haridas Thakur, when he was beaten in 21 marketplaces, that time the Sudarshan came to rescue. But what did Haridas Thakur did? He intensely prayed that please forgive these people. That's the reason the Sudarshan Chakra had to go back. So imagine the kind of forgiveness. Somebody is beating and you are praying for those people. They are ignorant. Please forgive them. So this we cannot do artificially. It's only when we become pure, such kind of qualities will manifest in us. These are not artificially things to be tried. We might try, but we will fail if it is artificial. So first of all, we have to become pure. And then is Santushta Satatam Yogi, satisfaction. Devotee is always satisfied. So there are two things why we are not satisfied. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatma na shochati na kramshati. There are two things which make us dissatisfied. One is hankering for what we don't have and lamenting for what we have lost. And when these two things are there, we will never be satisfied. The other day, I just wanted to share this. We had this function and I and Sandeep Kundi Prabhu were talking, and Prabhu said, when he was previously, he had a desire to sometime buy Mercedes, BMW. But now he says, after coming here, when I see these cars, it doesn't, I feel these are also normal, ordinary cars. So this is the satisfaction. When you are satisfied internally, all these things externally which make you feel like, if I get this, I'll be happy. If I have an Apple phone, iPhone, sorry, not Apple. iPhone, never bought, so half eaten, jhuta. That's the reason we don't buy. Because we have to offer Krishna. We are not Shabri, right? Where we will taste and then offer. So it is already half eaten. But still people are so mad after that half eaten iPhone. So if we buy iPhone or some shoes, all this branded. But when you actually become satisfied internally, then doesn't matter what, you are so happy. And Kolavesh Suhrdh from Chaitanya Leela is the wonderful example. You know, Kolavesh Suhrdh, he had a hut and it was full AC. How? Because the roof was having all holes, complete holes. He had dress which had more knots. There were all holes in his clothes, so he used to tie a knot. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, one day I will expose Suhrdh, Kolavesh, that you are the most wealthiest person in this world. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? That I will expose that you are the most wealthiest person. And Kolavesh said, why, Lord, why are you making fun of me? Look at my state. Because he was wealthy in bhakti. And what was his business? His business was, he was a banana seller. Means he used to sell everything, banana stem, banana flower, leaves, everything. And it is said at that time in Navadvip, every house had banana trees. So he was doing a business for which there was no demand. Everybody has banana. But still, due to whatever Lord's mercy, whatever earnings he used to have, out of that again 50% he used to spend in Ganga Puja. And only 50% what used to remain he used to use for himself. So imagine a business which has no demand, so how much he'll earn. And in that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, that time he was not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai, used to go to him and he used to ask, okay, what is the price of this banana? So he used to say 50 paisa. 50 paisa? So expensive? No, I'll give you 25 paisa. That way he used to bargain, finally he used to take it free. He used to just run away. Nimai. Actually, Lord, he used to love him so much that just to spend time to take his association. So this is the mercy of the Lord when you are a pure devotee. He used to give so much of time to Kulavi Sridhar. And that time he said, one day I'll expose to the entire world that you are the most wealthiest person. Because he was rich, his heart was filled with Krishna consciousness. And during that Mahaprakash Leela, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually exhibited that he is the Supreme Lord. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very rarely in his Chaitanya Leela showed that he is the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, he used to always tell that he is a devotee, not the Supreme. And that is the time he asked Kulavi Sridhar that what do you want? Let me offer you something. And you know what he asked Kulavi Sridhar? He said, my dear Lord, if you really want to give me something, then please, that face of that small boy called Nimai, who comes every single day, bargains with me, and finally runs away without paying even a penny. May that wonderful face of Nimai be the object of my remembrance eternally. Bolo Kulavi Sridhar ki jai. So you could have asked anything, but that is what devotees are. Santushta Satatam Yogi. And that's, we speak of mind control, sense control, so many things. But unless we are satisfied from within, once you are satisfied, everything else will come under control automatically. So when we are satisfied, like Prabhuji is. So really. So that was a revelation, and that is the reality actually. When you come to Krishna consciousness, when you sincerely hear, when you sincerely practice, the transformation has to happen, because this is given to us in parampara. It is bona fide. Okay, it is nothing that one day I get some revelation, some idea, and I come and talk. No, this is coming in parampara system. It is tested and proved and tested. And finally, we should be self-control. Okay? So self-control, we have the example of Ranti Dev, we have Dhruva Maharaj for determination. So this way, if you see, if we have these qualities, then only we will become dear to Krishna. And trust me, when you have all such qualities, your normal life also will become peaceful. Nowadays we are so much disturbed, right? In office we are disturbed, in neighborhood we are disturbed, in our family life we are disturbed. Everybody. Why? Because we are lacking all these qualities. This will help us get attracted to Krishna, or Krishna will become very dear, but our normal life also will become very, very peaceful. There won't be competition. There won't be, we won't look for appreciation. All of these things of this material world won't bother us. कोई हमसे आगे निकल गया, कोई पीछे निकल गया. Small things, even in traffic, how much disturbed we get, right? Once one Maharaj was traveling with a devotee, and there was a lot of traffic, and he was honking, he was pressing the horn again and again. He said, Maharaj said, there's so much of traffic, how by you blowing the horn, what will happen? He said, no, this is only under my control, so I'm just so this is the kind of mentality we have. So kuch to kar sakte to, okay, I can press the horn, so let me keep on pressing the horn. So much disturbed we become, right? But when we have such wonderful qualities, we are peaceful. And when we are peaceful, santushta, when we are not envious, when we have no ego, we have no ahankara, when we see everybody equally, when we are ready to forgive, when we are satisfied, when our senses are controlled, our mind is under control, and when we are determined, no matter what happens, no matter what problems I have, financial, health, relationship, I will not give up this Krishna consciousness. I won't give up chanting. I won't give up reading. I will try to go baby steps, whatever little. I won't miss programs, determination. Then we'll actually become dear to Krishna. And that is the time we'll actually move ahead in our bhakti. And the entire process will make our life very, very peaceful. So, thank you so much. I'm sure you all are dear to Krishna, you all have these qualities. It was only for my purification because I like them. I was just thinking, let me share with you. So, thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna